All right. Let's just check. Okay. What's going on, guys? So, I just recorded an entire 12-minute long video. It was so good. I thought it was good. And my microphone wasn't even connected the entire time. Oh my. All right. So, I'm going to do a quick introduction here, explaining why I've been gone. So, if you don't want to hear that, skip to the next timestamp. All right. So, it has been a while. I have recognized that I've gained quite a bit of subscribers ever since my last video, which I did not realize it was so long ago, and I apologize. I've been busy with a few personal things, and currently right now I am working on I'm working on a game. Now, this isn't like my previous projects that I have showcased. This is one that I'm actually actively working on and working with others, and it is actually it is close completion on my part. And yeah, so I cannot I haven't done this in so long. I cannot upload any videos on the game yet as of now, but in a month, maybe less, I will put the first showcase on the channel, and hopefully by then we will have a Discord server as well that you can join if you'd like to support us. But I want to continue to keep, or well, I want to try to make more videos. As I've been getting lots of comments lately, like one from a couple weeks ago, or well, a couple of them, they were asking for the rope physics wire module right here to open source it. I said that I would, and so that time has come. I have just spent the last couple of hours rewriting it, making it better, and it's ready to showcase and for open source. If you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comments because I'd like to answer your questions. If you want me to make anything like a tutorial of some sort, please let me know. I do not recommend watching this video anymore. I should probably remove that just because it's not the greatest video to watch in terms of bad code quality in the past. So yeah, but for sure, please let me know in the comments any questions. I'll hit you up with an answer as soon as I can. And yeah, okay, let's get into this. Alright, so right here, this is gonna be the place file that I post in the description. So yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so this is the client script down in starter player scripts, the replicated storage. What you will need to do is, the only manual thing that you will need to do is if you change the directory of the rope assets folder, you will need to go into the setup and then go to rope assets folder and then change the directory of where it should be. Other than that, you don't need to touch anything else. Everything is fine. It's not complicated. It's not like, it's just decent. It does not have error checking though, and I'm not going to add it because it's just simple. This is just to teach you how certain things work and how I was able to do it. So as long as you input the proper parameters, then you will be fine. And I'm going to show you what these parameters are that you need to upload. Alright, so this starts on client. So yeah, okay, let's just clean that up from my last showcase there. That failed. Alright, so let's show you the simple basics. So right here, the first parameter is the size. The second parameter is the length. The third is the segments. The fourth is the color. The fifth is the N1 position, and 6 is N2 position. So what is that? I'll explain in a minute. The attachment 1 and then the attachment 2, which would be right here, but I'll just set that to nil so then you guys know that that is also a parameter. Nil, if you didn't know, is basically like nothing. So if you don't put anything there, it'll just skip over it. Alright, let's go ahead and add our first rope into the game. Alright, there we go. So I made this little motor thing that spins a rope just to demonstrate. It's a little simple rope. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, it keeps hitting this block, and you can see the physics acting on it. And now let's make this rope a little bigger. So let's make it like 14 studs long. The size will also change depending on how many segments you put in it. And as you can see, it's spinning pretty fast. Now, because of Roblox physics issues, the reason why it kept phasing through me is because it was spinning a little too fast for the Roblox engine to calculate. Thanks, Roblox. But yeah, so you can see the rope moving like that. So you can change the size, the length, the segments. So what happens if we were to change the length to 30 and have 5 segments? So you can see that, this doesn't really look like a real rope. This kind of looks, I don't know what this looks like, but it looks fake, you know? So the reason why the length is cut like that is because you didn't give it enough segments. So to fix that, you can add more segments, maybe 20. Alright, there you go. That looks a little better. However, you can make it even better. Let's add 90. I don't recommend doing this in your actual game. But this is just cool. Just for a little showcase video. And we can also do something like this. We can change the base and the spin part position in the sky. We'll do something like this. Oh, I think it broke. Okay, it's a little heavy, so it takes a second to go up there. And oh, I think it's messing up. So you gotta be a little careful, but there we go. Now it works. And now look at that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool little rope right there. You could also make it longer, but yeah, so there you go. So now let me give you a couple examples of things you do not want to do. Alright, so this rope setup and everything, it's all on client. One thing that you got to make sure of is that this was just made for a visual effect. This is all cosmetic. This shouldn't be used for something like towing a car. This shouldn't be used for maybe pulling another object. What this should be used for is maybe like a fireman's hose, a plug, a wire, what else? I don't know, maybe a simple cable. You could also use this for maybe a showcase if you wanted to. I don't, however, hear me out. You can use this for a showcase, but if you were to use it for a showcase, what you need to do first is spawn it in, and then you'd want to go into the Explorer, take that rope, copy it, and then exit out of the playtest. Here, I'll show you. Just because of performance issues, you would for sure want to anchor this so then it cannot move, and then you can lay it out in your scene just like this, so then it can't move. You might want to clean it up as well because it's not really meant for showcases, but if you ever did want to use it for a showcase, there you go. Okay, here's another example I just thought of. Would you be able to use this for a snake game? Probably not. Yes, you could, but not the greatest idea. I haven't tried it, so if you wanted to go ahead and try that, go for it. One thing I did not add is adding more segments upon these ropes. But, of course, leave a comment. Questions will be answered. Alright, so let's get back to showing you more examples. So you can change the colors to anything you want up here, and it will change it in the scene. Let's go ahead and create another rope because I like the shade of green. And we'll change this to blue. And then we'll just go ahead and hide this one. As you can see, it changes the rope to blue. There you go. Pretty simple. And okay, so the important thing, or that's not what I was going to say, sorry. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to our next parameter, which is the N1 position and N2 position. So these are both static points where the rope will be, where one of the rope ends will be placed. So N1 will be the start end of the rope, and N2 will be the end, or the last segment end of the rope. So as of now, I just figured out a bug that I forgot to fix. So we will just be using C-frame, but you can use vector 3 for positionings. This is relative to the world space, so that's a disclaimer right there. What you will need to do to probably make it not so ugly is removing that for now, because if you set this one to be stationary and connect it to there, you won't be able to notice anything. But let's just show you right here. Alright, so it is connected to the 10 studs above the world origin point. Now let's say we wanted to set the N2, so the end of the rope. Let's say we wanted to set that 10 studs above the offset point and maybe 5 studs on the Z axis. There you go. So you could also do something like that. You could also set it to be a lot further, maybe 30. There you go. And there's your rope. It's all connected. You could also get rid of the second connection, connect it to a part. You could also get rid of that second connection, connect it to a part. This is the first one, so what you will want to do is set it to nil, and then paste it into the last parameter here, which is attachment 2. So this is our N position 1, and then this is our N position 2. This is attachment 1 and attachment 2. So since we don't want to set, since we're setting the other end of the rope to this offset, we want to set this to nothing. And since this one is being set to a static position in the world space, we want to set this to nothing as well. And as you can see, one is stuck right here and one is connected over here. Now the cool thing, you can add more ropes. So let's go ahead and just connect this right here. We'll get rid of the static position. We will change this to about 5 and set the length to 10, and we will copy this. We'll paste it. We'll change the color, and we'll change the color to that, to green. And we'll set this one. You can also remove these if you're not using it. We're going to set this offset because I've presented 2 offset points, one on both opposite ends of the spinning object. Oops. And yeah, so now we can have 2 ropes spinning at the same time. Did I forget something? Hold on. Oh, I see. Oops. It's because I deleted something. So these are the two end positions right here. I forgot to account for that. And there you go. Now you have two. And they both spin equally. And the cool part about this is that if you wanted to set it to maybe 14, check out what you can do. I think I might need to give it more vertices. Yeah, I do. But as you can see, it starts to wrap up. So let's give it 15 for both of these. 15 segments. And as you can see, they're starting to like wrap themselves up. That's pretty cool. So that's basically what this is capable of doing. It just cool visual features, but you can also attach it to players if you wanted to. Anything you want. And actually, I could make an example of that right now. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and check if our player spawns in. So local player equals game get service players, and we'll do dot local player. We got our character, local character equals player dot character, or player dot character added weight. And now we will have this. So let's get the right hand. So local right hand equals character find first child. I think it's called right hand. Pretty sure it is. And we'll go ahead and remove one of these if we want. We will set the attachment. So attachment position is when you want to attach it to an object that may be moving or just an object in general. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's attach it to the right hand and start the game. There's an issue somewhere. Let's check that out. I'm not sure why that didn't connect. Let's see here. Probably because it couldn't find it. So we'll just do character dot primary part, which is the human editor part. That should work. Or not. Let's make it wait 3 seconds. Not sure why that didn't work. There we go. So it's a little offset because it wasn't able to get the proper position, unfortunately. But I think if we set it to the right hand again, this should work. Let's see here. Or not. Okay, whatever. What the point is, I'll fix it to make it work for that after I'm done this video, but yeah, so these are all the functions that you're able to use, all of the different properties, super easy to implement and add. If you wanted to remove the rope, what you can do is just, if you don't have the rope ID, because you will need to grab the rope ID as it shows in workspace, you can just set the first parameter to nil, and then the second one to true, which will remove all the ropes in the game if you wanted to. That removes all of them though, so you gotta be careful with that. If that's what you want though, then there you go. Add rope. It will add it to the ground, wait 4 seconds, and then it will disappear. Or not. Oh, it's because I added the rope. Oops. I meant to remove the rope. And as you can see, it will delete. You can also connect it to something that is moving, and it will also remove perfectly. There you go. Super easy, super simple. And yeah, if you guys have any questions again, please put it in the comment section. And yeah, have a good one. Peace.